You. What's up, y'all? Tell like it is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. All right, man. So let's get into the Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga post fight. I really wanted to come here because, like I said, I know a lot of people. If y'all Canelo fans, just I'm gonna give you a forewarning right now. Just jump off the channel, dog. Like, just exit the video. This not the video for you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down for the Canelo fans. Just I'm giving you a forewarning to leave now. Okay, you can leave now. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. Canelo fought a fanboy. I mean, he fought a fanboy, man. Straight up and down. Like, Edgar Berlanga fought this fight. Like I thought, a part of me, and when the weigh-ins and shit, and when he was talking, I'm like, you know what, man? Come on, Berlanga. I'm a root for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? You out here, you saying some shit. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he might be the chosen one. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? And if he get, because my whole prediction anyway was Canelo was going to win this fight. There's no way that Edgar, he's not ready. That's number one. He's not ready. If you want to, and this is what I'm saying, like, for Canelo, just jump off the video. Do not listen to this breakdown of this video. But anyway, so he gets, after the fight, first of all, he was giving way too much respect in the ring. He jabbing. He not really throwing his power hand like that. I'm like, why is he fighting like this? And then he was going towards the ropes. It reminded me of Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. I ain't even going to sit up here and hold you. Canelo Alvarez was fighting like Tank Davis. Canelo was fighting like Tank. And this is why I feel like he wants to go after that Bivol match, because he's going to fight Bivol the same way that he fought, the same way Tank fight. Tank, honestly, his style is being mimicked by Canelo Alvarez. And I know that shit sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But the way he fought tonight, Canelo don't fight like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Like, Berlanga was coming with it, but, like I said, man, he's fighting like Tank, in my personal opinion. But Canelo is a great fighter. For all this, dog, you could have just fought Crawford. You could have fought Benavidez. I feel like you can beat Benavidez. I feel like Benavidez not ready for you. The more you let this fight linger on, the better chance Benavidez going to win the fight. You need to make this fight happen with Benavidez as soon as possible, because Benavidez still got a lot of, he's still raw at the end of the day. So you got to jump on his ass now. And this is why I don't understand why Canelo's doing this shit. And then you go fight Edgar Berlanga. We know Edgar Berlanga is not ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even jump up on here and be like, man, nah, Canelo do this thing and da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. We all knew he was going to do his thing. I can't be happy about that. Like, nigga, I knew you was going to whoop dude. I'm surprised you didn't knock him out. That's what I'm more disappointed in. I'm more disappointed in Canelo not knocking dude out. Dude was asking to get knocked out. He was going to the ropes and shit. I'm like, oh, he asking to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was ridiculous. He did take a lot of, I give Berlanga credit because he was taking a lot of blows from Canelo. He definitely was. He was like a human punching bag in there. Real talk. Canelo hit him with some stiff body shots. Hit him upside his head, stiff a few times, I give Berlanga his credit for staying in there and staying in the pocket. Then he was just fighting on the inside. I'm like, Berlanga, what are you doing, bro? Like, that shit, that's it from the outside. Y'all was watching film on Bivol. This is what was blowing me. In the lead up to the fight, for those that did actually watch the little, 24/7s or whatever the case may be, the man was watching film on Bivol, using the jab and throwing his right hand and using combinations. This man would not throw a combination to save his life. He wasn't even throwing he was jabbing, 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 and jabbing, jabbing. He was jabbing majority of the goddamn fight. And he wouldn't throw a 1-2. He was throwing a 1, a 1, a 1. Of course, Canelo's going to be able to come through and time shit like that, dog. Like, that's easy. You just throwing a 1. That's like a nigga, when you see them worming in the back room with the little noodle sticks and they throwing it out there, like, that's that kind of shit going on. Like, that's easy target practice for a guy like Canelo. Like, come on, man. You got to be able to throw some. I was like, damn, bro, you got to throw the uppercut at least throw the uppercut. But maybe Berlanga got in there, bro, and got hit with that power, and his ass was like, yo, this nigga is flaming early in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like later on in the fight he was able to take it, but even at that, it still felt like, he definitely was worried about that power that Canelo was throwing. Because it seemed like certain shots he just wasn't going to throw them. I'm like, bro, you throw the uppercut. He ain't even expecting that at this point. You throwing so many goddamn jabs. He can time a right hand down the middle or a right hook or some shit like that. But that uppercut, that right uppercut, he not going to be able to time that because he's automatically thinking you're going to throw that goddamn right hand down the pike. So he's getting in the high guard. You throw the uppercut, that shit is right there. It's literally right there if you throw it hard, too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say you're going to knock the man out, but shit. You know what I'm saying? You throw that bitch hard with all your might, you got to hit that nigga flush. You got a real good shot at possibly knocking him down or stopping the man. You know what I'm saying? And he just wouldn't throw that shit, dog. He threw it a few times later on in the fight, and I'm just like, yo, why you ain't throw that more in the fight? And then whatever, man. But anyway, he was in the ring after the fight, hugging on Canelo and talking whatever he was talking. I couldn't hear it. I was at the bar, so, it was what it was. But I'm watching it. I'm like, look, this is what I'm talking about. The nigga fought a fan, dog. He hugging him and shit, like, and then, in the post-fight, he talking about, I won the world and gained the world's respect, and Canelo's a legend, and da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. It's like, wait a minute, dog. I thought you was representing for Brooklyn. I thought you was representing for Puerto Rico and shit, dog. You ain't supposed to be honoring this, man. You supposed to be more letting the folks know that you let niggas down at the end of the day. That should be your first thing at the end of the day. You more aware, I got the opportunity to fight Canelo. He's a legend, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. And like, man, it sound like it's fixed, dog. But anyway, I'm gonna let Edgar Berlanga go ahead and play this shit real quick because he should have fought Crawford. Crawford and them is still wanting to smoke. This is what he wanted. He wanted an opportunity to come up here and say that he got in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. That's what he wanted. Because now, with him having his fight with Canelo Alvarez, he'll probably get more of a payday because now he has the name. So people will want to have Edgar Berlanga under their belt at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Edgar Berlanga at this point now, if he don't have a big win against somebody, he's pretty much just somebody you can get a name off of because he fought Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? It's a way for him to stay in the game and make his money for a little while until he decides to call this a wrap. All right? But anyway, let me just keep going. Like I said, I thought Berlanga got hit with some good shots, and he stood in there, but he just was fucking... I don't know. I don't know if the nigga got tired. I don't know if he was fanned out in there, but I don't know if he felt the power and got scared. Like, this shit was just weird as fuck. It's like, nigga, you're not even throwing your shots with mean intentions, nigga. Like, it was just wild to me. Like, he really fought this fight on some shit. Like, I almost felt like I almost felt like he threw the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what are you doing, dog? Like, and then you're not even throwing hard shots, nigga. Like, I've seen Edgar Berlanga fight a few times, nigga. This nigga throwing softball shots. Like, nigga, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Why are you throwing your shots like that? Like, the same thing with the Jamel Charlo fight. It just felt like that. Like, nigga, Why you throwing your shots like that, nigga? That shit seem like weak as fuck, nigga. Like, or whatever. I'm gonna let Edgar Berlanga speak for a little bit, and I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna cut the video. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you.
First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this opportunity. I went in there with a legend today, we came up short. Obviously, I'm winning the heart, so, I went over there, I know I won the world with that performance, that job, that they were running. I came back for the whole fight. I fought a legend, so I got like me, right? The whole world was against me, right? And I was fighting like 0 to 100, like 1 to 100, and the odds, right? And just facing a legend is so different, it's a blessing too to share everything.
Nah, he keeps mentioning the facts that Canelo Alvarez is a legend, this, that, and the third. Like, bruh, ain't nobody trying to hear that, dog. You weren't even trying. For all that, nigga, go out on your shield and get knocked out then. You know what I'm saying? Go out on your shield in a blaze of glory and go get knocked out then. That shit you was doing, dog, like, you know what I'm saying? And y'all get into little scuffles and shit, and the referee, you acting like you with it, but when they get back to the smoke, you like pawing and shit. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, I thought it was up. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was up, nigga. Go ahead, nigga, turn up on this nigga, dog. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. A part of me was rooting for Edgar Berlanga, but the way he fought, dog, like, I'm like, first of all, I knew that Canelo was going to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? Because when they made the fight, it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, bro, why would he be fighting Edgar Berlanga? Edgar Berlanga, he literally was just getting knotted up by the last dude he fought, like, white dude and shit. Like, so it's just like you think he ready for Canelo Alvarez? Like, Canelo cherry picking at this point. He fighting fans, nigga. Canelo is fighting fans. If y'all niggas don't know the scam, dog, this nigga's fighting fans, dog. He's fighting niggas that actually motherfucking look up to this nigga in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? Charlo been a big fan of Canelo. He going to the fights, all kind of shit. What he do when he get in the ring? He got all this all-time respect and leading up to the fight. All-time respect. He fighting the man with all-time respect. Same thing with goddamn Edgar Berlanga. It's the same build-up. Oh, he in the fight. He talking about Oscar De La Hoya. He going at it with Caleb Plant. He going at it with everybody but the man that he's sitting in front of at the end of the day. It wasn't until like afterwards that he started talking a little crazy because they had to sell the fight, okay? But he's a fan at heart. Even when Oscar De La Hoya made his comments, he still, yeah, man, he hated on the fight, man. Fuck Oscar, and I'll slap the shit out of him. Knowing him and Canelo got the same problem. Like, look, I ain't worried about Oscar. Right now, I'm worried about beating Canelo Alvarez's ass. That's what he should have been saying. Instead of sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, and being a fanboy and taking this, yeah, man, because, Canelo right. Nah, Canelo right about Oscar, because Oscar is a bitch-ass nigga, and I'll slap the shit out of him. Like, nigga, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the time for that shit. Right now, you need to be focused on beating the shit out of Canelo Alvarez. Fuck Canelo. Canelo, all that shit, nigga. All that respect shit need to go out the window. And then the nigga get in the ring and no fight. Like, he don't respect that nigga. Maybe Fat Joe should have came out there and did lean back. You know what I'm saying? I was mad why Fat Joe ain't coming out there and do lean back, nigga. This your boy's biggest moment. You gotta come through with the big hits. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he probably would have came in there and fought with a little different energy and shit. He came out there to that lean back. You know what I'm saying? Joe Crack the Don, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the heavens. Get laughing on the scar on the face. You know what I'm saying? This is like, nigga, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would have came out there with that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. I think maybe he would have actually really had a shot. Or niggas would have really believed in Edgar Berlanga at that point. Fat Joe would have came out to that lean back. That shit would have been legendary. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe, you gotta learn to get on the opportunities, bro. You supposed to come through, and that's supposed to be a young boy. You supposed to come through like, nah. I know this nigga hot and shit and all that right now, but I'm gonna come through. I'm gonna do this classic real quick with you. Nigga, lean back is a classic, nigga. I come through, nigga. You better be big stepping around this motherfucker. I come through and perform this lean back. I got you. You know what I'm saying? This your big moment. This Canelo, big stage, big lights. Joe, you was supposed to come through and do lean back, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, you owe that nigga. Yo, you owe Edgar Berlanga, fam. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. You know what I'm saying? You act like you was rolling with the nigga, clapping your hands and shit, dog. You was supposed to be performing, nigga. You was supposed to come through, you know what I'm saying? It's Terence squad. You got the nigga rocking the TS chain and shit, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Joe, fam. You was supposed to come through on the lean back with that. I was like, I thought Joe was performing. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. Now, I disagree with Fat Joe talking about Puerto Ricans, you know, it's 50-50 with hip-hop and shit like that. Like, this nigga capping. But I do respect Fat Joe, you know, as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, always finding his ways to come up with shit and make these hits. You know what I mean? Where you can't front on them. You like, I ain't really a Fat Joe listener. I won't buy an album, but at the end of the day, I can't hold you. That hit right there, that was a smash. That hit right there, that's a smash. That hit right there, he did his thing on that shit. You know what I'm saying? We give it up. I'm gonna give it up where credit is due, nigga. You was supposed to come through on the lean back though, fam. You was supposed to come through on that lean back, nigga. I was mad that the nigga ain't do that shit. I'm like, who this nigga? Who this other nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's speaking in Spanish and shit. You know, I don't know Spanish and shit, so, you know, I'm like, what is this shit, dog? Like, come on, Joe, fam. Like, nigga, you was supposed to do lean back, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Edgar would have had a chance. Had the, you know what I'm saying, the energy in the room, because I don't give a fuck how many Mexican fans in there. Nigga, they know that Fat Joe leaned back, nigga. You could have had niggas, you could have swayed the room a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nah, yeah, that lean back shit, that's one of the Latinos, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did his thing on that, you know what I'm saying? Even the blacks, even the Morenos fuck with that. The Morenos fuck with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, fam. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Fat Joe, man. But anyway, man. Shout out to Fat Joe, though, man. I was hyped for that. I was like, oh, Fat Joe about to do the lean back. Oh, this shit about to get lit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold up, this shit about to get lit. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe about to do the lean back. Other nigga grabbed the mic. I'm like, oh, come on, dog. Fat Joe, maybe this nigga is, you know, being a hype man or some shit like that. Because I don't know who the other nigga was. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Shout out to dude. You know what I'm saying? He might be doing his thing and shit like that. It is what it is. We just in two totally different worlds at the end of the day. So shout out to dude, though. He might be a mega star, so I don't want to shit on the dude, but I don't mean to be shitting on the dude. He might be. I just don't know. I've never heard of him because I don't listen to that. So it is what it is. But he might be big and represented and respected in his craft and what he's doing. So I'm not going to take that away from that brother at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? From the island brother at the end of the day. So shout out to him. But Fat Joe, nigga, you was supposed to do lean back, nigga. Yeah, nigga, you was supposed to do lean back, nigga. You was supposed to do that, man. But anyway, let me pause this real quick because all right, so these videos were on Fight Hype, so shout out to Fight Hype. Y'all can go find this footage on Fight Hype. So fair accuse on both of the footages at the end of the day. But anyway, let's get into this. So this is Terence Crawford still calling out Canelo, showing that he's still standing on business when it comes down to fighting Canelo Alvarez.
Come on. We are
So
ready.
they want the money, you know, Turkey Ali Sheik said he ready. They want to do the deal. Now this fight right here, I know a lot of y'all think that Crawford ain't got no chance, dog. And I kind of like them odds. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you unless Canelo. I don't believe if Crawford fooled me on and he get in here and fight like a fanboy, man. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be done with boxing, dog, but that's gonna be a heartbreaker because it's like, damn, nigga, like you accomplished all this, nigga, to let this nigga Canelo just absorb all that shit. I feel like how 78 be feeling when he talk about that shit. Like, damn, nigga, you did all that, nigga, to get in there and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want Crawford to get in there and fight like how Charlo was fighting and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Acting like it was for a check or something. Like, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if you really chasing this nigga down, dog, you need to be in there like you really better than dog. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Because Canelo is a dog. He is a dog. Not going to hold y'all niggas on that. That man is a dog. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Canelo. The reason why I have heavy criticism of Canelo is because I believe Canelo is better than the shit he be doing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I believe he's better than the shit he be doing. So it's just like, dog, like, what are you doing? Like, you wasting the fact of not having a lot of these names on your fucking resume, nigga, because you're cherry picking low key. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you should have been had David Benavidez under your belt. And you fighting niggas like Edgar Berlanga, like, why would you want to have Edgar Berlanga under your belt? Like, what has he really accomplished? At least we know David Benavidez to be accomplished. He was the champ and lost the belt due to circumstances on his own. It wasn't like he got his ass whooped and lost his belt. You know what I'm saying? It was on his own doing and shit, or why he lost his title, but you ain't never wanted to fight that man. You need high level demands and shit to fight this dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I feel like you could beat the dude. You know what I'm saying? But you going, it is what it is. But you ducking and dodging that. Niggas would have took that fight. Niggas would have took the Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would have took the Crawford fight hands down with no debating. You know what I'm saying? And will still take that fight. That's why I think Canelo is more open to the fight now because he like, yo, really, I really don't have too many choices. I mean, I could go back up and fight. Notice how Canelo is saying, I'll go up to 175 to fight Bivol for undisputed. If he wins the fight, he says if he wins the fight, I'm willing to go to 175 and fight him. But if Better Beef win, he's not willing to fight Better Beef. Like, what? Like, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be, if you wanting to smoke, if you wanting to go up to 175, it should just be, yo, I'm coming up to 175 to fight Benavidez. I'm coming up to 175 to fight the winner of Bivol and Better Beef. But that's not the case. That's not the case. So he don't have too many options. So that's why I think he's more open now to the Crawford fight, especially how Crawford looked at 154 fighting the little Israel Madavov dude. You know what I'm saying? So he seen that dude was able to land some big shots on Crawford and shit like that. So, now he feels a little bit more confident that, hey, I can take this big money fight. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me let Crawford keep going. Crawford said, put me in the game, coach. That nigga Crawford said, put me in the game, coach. You know what I'm saying? Crawford feel like he really can win that shit. For y'all niggas that don't believe in Crawford, I'm gonna need y'all niggas to stand on that side. I believe in Crawford, dog. I think he can go in here and do it. If he get out here and start doing some funny shit, he done took the bag. But other than that, if he feel like he can beat that man, I'm all with it, dog. I'm all in with it. You know what I'm saying? And if Canelo happens to win, he happens to win. But I really believe that Crawford could beat the nigga, though. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I believe that he can beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Canelo Crawford, the biggest fight. Are you ready for the main event, y'all?
So as you see, Turkey Al Sheik had a successful event, even though Canelo did his thing over there with the PBC and all of that in the zone. It looked like, they had a lot of people in attendance. Tickets was cheap, and people got a chance to come see the UFC event. I think Turkey Al Sheik, I do think he's a culture vulture to a certain degree, but all these dudes coming through. I mean, Eddie Hearn was doing the same kind of shit Turkey Al Sheik. Al Heyman did the same thing. So what Turkey is doing, as long as he's being up front and standing on business, is trying to make the best fights happen. I gotta commend the dude. You know what I'm saying? I gotta commend the dude. I gotta be straight up honest about that. You know what I mean? Because he does want to make the fight happen. Now he can step on toes because he's not used to doing things. I think Turkey Al Sheik could be a good financer to boxing. What he's doing is a good finance in the boxing. And once he partners up, I think Turkey Al Sheik and Al Heyman, if they got together, they can honestly do tremendous things. But the fact that he's trying to do this shit on his own and this, that, and the third, I think it just comes down to stepping on toes, dog, straight up and down. You know what I mean? And I think if they went their way, I mean, if Turkey Al Sheik is being a financer, whether it be, for the zone or, I think he should do some business with the PBC, see, be a financer on that and see how returning investments and shit like that is working with them. You got to be a businessman, Turkey Al Sheik, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But, if he can make that Crawford and Canelo fight happen, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? I think Canelo, got a great shot at beating Crawford. But I think my money is with Crawford, man. My money is with Crawford, dog. I'm standing with that, dog. That's the reason why he's the number one pound for pound, dog. And in that fight, I think it's going to be that's going to be a great fight. But I got Crawford winning that shit, dog. And Crawford standing on business as far as feeling like, yo, I really can beat dude. He like, nigga, put me in the game, coach. I know what it's going to take to beat Canelo. And I think Crawford definitely got what it takes. The fact that he can switch hit, he can box from either way. It's a lot of different things he can make Canelo have to offset. And Canelo is not always, like, if you're not not so much of a standstill, because I think Crawford is going to sit there and try to take Canelo head off. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all going to be shocked because I think Crawford going in there to really try to take the nigga head off. He going to try to do a number on Canelo. And I think he is going to do a number on Canelo, in my personal opinion. I think Canelo early would be dangerous in the fight. But as the rounds start to pick up in Terence Crawford, I tell y'all niggas all the time, Terence Crawford really starts to warm up as the fights. He gets better as the fight starts to go. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get on Terence Crawford, you got to jump on his ass within the first 5 rounds and try to bank them rounds in early while he's trying to figure the shit out. But once he starts to warm up, get his distance, timing, and shit like that, he gets real dangerous. This is why a lot of people don't make it out of fights. Same thing even with the Mazemov situation. He's getting up to a new weight. And I thought, I don't know why niggas running around acting like Crawford got his ass whooped or something like Crawford won the fight, niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe it is the Spence fans that's still upset about that ass whooping and shit. You got to understand, Crawford was out for a whole year. You know what I'm saying? A year and some change, actually. And, he just getting into the fight. So it is what it is, man. But, or even a whole year. I think he was out a whole year, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? I could be maybe a year and a month or something. But either way, like I said, he ain't fought in a year. Dude probably had a fight up and before that. He had a different kind of style. Canelo don't fight nowhere near like that dude. And he don't have the movement nowhere near like that dude. So, styles make fights. That's a situation where styles make fights, and Crawford was victorious. A unanimous decision. So it kind of is what it is, man. I just think that I think that's a big fight. It's either Canelo got to fight Crawford or he got to fight Benavidez, dog. The Bivol fight, I get it. I get why he would take that fight, though, if Bivol won. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But is that so he can go to 175 so he can avoid Crawford? Is he willing to jump up and wait now if Bivol win? Because now, he can run away from that Crawford smoke at 168 and make Crawford have to come to 175 to make that fight happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit that's rolling on the line that's going to come down to this fight. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see Crawford and Canelo, you almost have to literally hope that Better Beef wins that fight because Canelo won't fight Better Beef. You know what I'm saying? So, Crawford want that smoke. I think that's the biggest fight they can have. Black versus Mexican, that's always going to do high numbers, regardless, because Nigga Nation is going to pull up for Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Nigga Nation going to pull up for Crawford regardless. So niggas going to be ordering that pay-per-view. Even niggas that think, even the part of Nigga Nation that believe Canelo going to win the fight and rooting for Canelo to win, they going to purchase that pay-per-view and they going to pull up at the event and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, Black and Mexican, that's always going to be a primetime seller, and they can sell the shit out of this fight because it's a lot riding on this fight. You know what I'm saying? It really is. So, between both of the fighters, they're very both accomplished fighters, Hall of Fame fighters. And, this is the big one. You know what I'm saying? This is the big one for real. And, we talking about 1.5, 2 million pay-per-view buys. That's the kind of fight that is gonna that shit would generate. I'm buying that fight right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying that. If they make that fight happen in when pay-per-view is available, that fight is getting purchased ASAP. I'm not even gonna play with it. You know what I'm saying? $90, got it. You know what I'm saying? 80, $79.99, got it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's $79.99. These pay-per-views be kind of crazy, but if they put a fire card behind that and want to charge us $90, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. This is the biggest fight in boxing. Besides that, it's probably Tank and Shakur to a lot of y'all. Tank and Devin. You know what I'm saying? Tank and Devin, because they ain't fought yet. Tank and Tio would be a good one too. That I think would generate a lot of attention, a lot of buzz. But as far as a fight that will financially do great, Canelo and Crawford, dog. Because the Mexicans going to pull up for that fight. The Ancient Americans going to pull up for that fight. And you're going to have some people that's rolling Team America that's going to pull up for that fight. Some of them might even be Latino or Mexican. You know what I'm saying? They might know Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? And been rooting for him and been their biggest fan. They like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with my fellow American at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, I think Bud got a lot of fans and a lot of people that support him, man, from different walks of life, besides the Ancient American. And I think he'll have a lot of baggage. A lot of people will be supporting and rooting for Bud. And I hope they make the fight happen. You know what I'm saying? I hope they make the fight happen. What I seen tonight, I know Crawford got a real shot at beating Canelo for real. He got a real shot at doing real damage to Canelo too. With seeing Canelo take a lot of flush shots at the end of the day that you ain't never seen, like besides the Mayweather fight. I think Crawford could come through and duplicate that and probably put a little bit more on it as well. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But anyway, don't get mad at me, man. Like I said, man, I don't mean to come down on Edgar Berlanga, man, but God damn it, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is kind of crazy, dog. That's why I didn't want to see the fight. You a fan. He a fan. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kendrick. But, dog, you a fan, dog. And that's the problem. That's why we don't want to. This is why niggas didn't want to see the fight with you. It's not that, Edgar Berlanga is some bum-ass nigga and shit like that, dog. You at your record, you out here beating the shit out of grown men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas that's talking crazy about you, they probably couldn't see you for real in a boxing ring. So I give you your respect, fam. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But you a fan of this dude, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. We know you a fan of the dude. So when it comes down to it, we knew you wasn't going to go all out because you were a fan at the end of the day. We don't want to see fan activity. We want to see niggas that's going to get out here after the fight and be hurt. Nigga, you should be crying after the fight because you really felt like you was that nigga and lost. Like when Canelo fought Mayweather, he really felt like he was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He really did. He really believed that shit. Like, yo, I'm that nigga. So when he lost, he cried about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like, oh, Mayweather all-time great. He probably said it, gave a little compliments and shit about Floyd, but that shit hurt that nigga's soul. That nigga cried. You know what I'm saying? And after that, he pretty much was out here doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, like, you out here, man, you know, you are grateful and shit for the opportunity. We know you a fan, dog. You know what I'm saying? Canelo wasn't a fan of Mayweather. He felt like he could beat that man. And when he lost, he felt, and the way he got embarrassed like that, that shit hurt that nigga pride. The way you got embarrassed out here tonight, dog, if you ain't throw that fight, you should feel shame for that shit, dog. You felt like you was scared, nigga. You felt like you was scared of this dude. You know what I'm saying? You got hit with felt that power and you felt like you got scared. You had to psych yourself up for a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to go in there and box, throw the uppercut because that's the way to get through a high guard at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You got to make them think that uppercut is coming. Even if you ain't throw it, you got to at least throw it somewhat, not frequently because it's always a chance of you getting counterpunch because Canelo is a great counterpuncher. So you got to be careful with throwing that uppercut because you could get left naked. And if you time that shit right, you're going to get hit flush on the button. So it is what it is. But it's just like, dog, you know what I'm saying? But you got to throw it still, you know what I'm saying? So you know, so he has some kind of effect like, okay, he might throw that uppercut from this angle or from the left hand or from the right hand, you know what I'm saying? From this stance after this punch. You got to keep him guessing, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't throwing it at all. You just jabbing, throwing this, throwing that. Like, for a seasoned vet like Canelo, that's not going to be enough, dog. He's going to chalk you down, stalk you down. And I'm surprised Canelo ain't stop him. You know what I'm saying? I'm really surprised in Canelo not stopping him. Like, I really feel like at times maybe Canelo's just kind of carrying him to the fight, to the end of the fight. Because whenever Canelo threw, whenever he got in close quarters where Canelo was in his range, he pretty much was hitting him with everything that he wanted him to hit him with, straight up and down. And all kind of shots, all kind of power shots that could have ended him badly, you know what I'm saying? And but for whatever reason, he just ain't mastered gas on goddamn Edgar, you know what I'm saying? But shout out Canelo, man. But like I said, I'm not really too impressed, dog. I'm gonna keep it $1 because I knew as great as a fighter that you are, I knew you was gonna win this fight. There was no doubt that, the only thing I was rooting for was like, yo, maybe Edgar Berlanga, maybe he take this shit serious and he, really come out here and be willing to bang, you know what I'm saying? Really get out here and get with the smoke. But that wasn't the case. He was pity patting and shit like that. It is what it is, dog. He not ready. You know what I'm saying? Give it to the guys that's been calling you out that actually believe that they really with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? That the world believes that is with the smoke. Benavidez and goddamn Terence Crawford, dog. You know what I'm saying? The B-Vol shit, that's some personal shit. I'm not going to sit up here and tell Canelo he shouldn't fight that dude if he wins because that's some get back that he got to get back because he lost that fight. So I won't discredit him for that fight. But money-wise, you know what I'm saying? The fight with goddamn Crawford is the biggest fight. Either that or Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But anyway, don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell like it is, man. So shout out to day one. Shout out to the new ones, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, tell like it is TV. We out of here, y'all.